Elizabeth Abatin, and I'm your events chair and the director of this year's fashion show. Thank you all for joining us this year for our 7th annual fashion show. Sit back, and I hope you enjoy the show.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sophia Joy. I'm the Research, History, and Education Chair on ASA's Executive Board. And I'm just going to talk a little bit about where the proceeds are going tonight. If you can look on your pamphlets, it's going to United to Beat Malaria. A little bit about the organization. It's a United Nations foundation that works together with a diverse set of partners, influencers, and supporters across the US and around the world to take urgent action to end malaria. Some things that they do is provide bed nets and other life-saving tools, as well as continuously advocate for global malaria programs. And now if you can all go to the screen, we'll be playing a short video that they sent to us. Thank you all for coming.
So, ladies and gentlemen, are we ready for our first set for this evening? Alright, so first up we'll be having Shump Akachi, which is a line of African clothes that makes use of different prints. Detenge, we also use Ankara styles as well. So I'd like to let everybody take a look at Shump Akachi. A round of applause for ladies and gentlemen.
Susanna, I hope you're happy now. I see you flexing on the ground with your sponsor. Susanna, I hope you're happy now. I see you change your skin color and your hair is longer now. Na kuona bali hapo kando ya Champs-Elysees, ukitesa na kamini none of my business. And I see you in London, silicone on your mama, shaking what your doctor gave ya, on your worst behavior, Susanna Vande. Hello, 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 hello. If you got to hear this song, somebody loves you. Susanna Vande. Hello, 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 hello. Change your mind and come back home. Somebody loves you. Tabia, shepu ni majaliwa, ila wengi walinyimwa tabia, na shepu kabarikiwa. Mwanamume hisia, pesa ni majaliwa, ila wengi walinyimwa hisia, na pesa kabarikiwa. Na kuona Brazil, hapo Rio de Janeiro, ukiongezewa nywele senje, none of my business. And I see you in China with the latest designer, shaking what your doctor gave you, on your worst behavior, Susanna Vande. Hello, 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 hello. If you get to hear this song, somebody loves you. Susanna Vande. Hello, 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 hello. Change your mind and come back home. Somebody loves you. Aisenje nakosa usingizi usiku kucha mina dua. Aisenje akilini moyoni. Akomererwe
She wants my love, she don't want money. Ayagalanze ati manyi buja kutana fetu fune. Yes, iganze waba yetanga akomererwe. Baby oli mwetanga kwekola mateka gagobererwe. Ulira nkwetaga waba yetanga akomererwe. Baby oli mwetanga kwekola mateka gagobererwe. Ulira nkwetaga tubakuba kufa. Ngenda kutwala ku shopping a Dubai. Sirye bakanga kabuze mu kasukari. Tolye jusa siri kusera kamasaji. Bakuba pambala ndi kwambaza kufa. Ogo mubiri go kusana mu Versace. Abennugu bali babakuma bubani. Nanze nonkongerayo mutima munda. Nabonna bali batulemesa bagambe. Fire bande. Omwana njagala from Monday to Monday. Fire bande. Omukwano gwe muwate gukoma kuwoma. Tandikira wonze gye ninasiga kusonda. I got everything yo. Ngenda kugulirayo n'akamotoka. Kumvate bakebate libikuka. Biliona 5 ziro zibameka. Yogera nze nkuwe ndi kubikutuka. Nabonna bali batulemesa bagambe. Fire bande. Omwana njagala from Monday to Monday. Fire bande. Waba yetanga akomererwe.
Which is a line for the ladies in the audience. Of course, it is a Nigerian-based artist, so the designer actually isn't here with us today. But you guys can keep up with all that she has to offer at shop_Akachi. That's AKACHI. So, just a little bit more about myself, ladies and gentlemen. I am not only an MC. You guys didn't know that I'm actually an international supermodel myself. But, you know, when I was talking to my mates, Tyra Banks and them, you know what I'm saying? I decided that I should let them have it. I didn't want to overshine them. But seeing as though I've been called to host a fashion show today, I thought I should give you guys, you know, the upcoming models a tutorial. Are you guys ready? Okay, so this is how this thing goes, right? In my heyday, I would first stroke.
Hey yo, I'm not even gonna lie. I used to call myself an ugly, but I'm not even an ugly. I'm a sexy, you understand?
You ready?
Got all over the globe wanna up me, you understand?
Girls in my crew, see me Snapchat, see me Instagram. My way, I don't care if I see you on my body. You're on TV, that's what I'm on TV. Don't need a shot. You guys pick up the music up, you got to do that.
So next up, coming to the stage, we have another set, another African cultural print set. I'd like you guys to give it up for my Obioma. Make some noise, ladies and gentlemen.
Vinafanya eti natafutwa, nimepotea, wiki imekata, ndugu wamechachama, wananitafuta, nimepotea, mwezi umekata, kazi nisionekani, yupo wapi huyu, simu nisipatikani, yupo wapi huyu, baba kaniulizia, yupo wapi huyu, mama haisi kulia, yupo wapi huyu, mimi nimezama katika kina nisipate tabu kumaliza waganga. Amenirudisha shule, hesabu maumbo kupanga. Penzi la wasasa mbule lenye protini, vitamini na wanga. Ladha yake si sukari, ni vicheza na malimao. Mechi zake kuwa hatari, ni chenga na mabao. Kazi nisionekani, yupo wapi huyu? Simu nisipatikani, yupo wapi huyu? Baba kaniulizia, yupo wapi huyu? Mama haisi kulia. So many problems on my mind, all of my life, me had it grind. I know the mind, Versace designer, but I know the fine. But no be mine, they say no pain, no gain. They got a few pain, but no gain. Last night was a fun place, so they carry mama time, put them for suitcase. But sometimes I want to come true. Favorite song, Alexa confused. 1, 2, I back on my shoe. You know they care what I owe you been through. I love my face, so I know when you make you help me choose my fate. Make you know they come, they looking face, so so if they come like a vampire, they go pull up with their own fire. They go do, they go run tire. Cause today like a black panther. So if they come like a vampire, they go pull up with their own fire. They go do, they go run tire. Cause today like a black panther. One man, I lay on my own. I keep it on the low. Charlie, if you know, not every royal family member will get to the throne. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Way ahead of the game, not of what I became. Nobody's kidding Africa for respect on my name. Still your voice today, make the mama be fake. All day, all night, all day in your face. I never think say, I never thought say, I know past everyone. But when reality strikes, yeah. I love my space, so I don't think you make you up, you choose my fate. Make you know they come, they look in face, so so if they come like a vampire, they go pull up with their own fire. They go do, they go run tire. Cause today like a black panther. So if they come like a vampire, they go pull up with their own fire. They go do, they go run tire. Cause today like a black panther. So if they come like a every night and day I be asleep. Every morning I be working. And my mind is reacting. And my mind is calling. I see her from my party, she hear yellow. I say hello, she know I'm mellow. I stay solo, I try follow. She start dancing, I want to know. I give her follow, she phone number. I sign the job, I start to call her. We start this time, I see her from my party, she hear yellow. I say hello.
Yeah, she's getting with me, my don't know. I just try to call her mellow. I just try to lay down close. Tell her they mind for you, thirsty for you. I pick the mic up for you, thank you for you. My love not true, girl, me and you. Honeymoon, nobody knew.
I demand for you, I demand for you. I demand for you, I demand for you. My for you, I demand for you. Baby, you be miracle. You give me love where I never know. Baby, you be wonderful. You give me love where I never know.
we ready for our next performer, ladies and gentlemen? Alright, so you guys are familiar with them, you know them, you love them. They're the premier poetry club here at Johns Hopkins University. So give a round of applause for Blue Jays and Poets.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Firstly, we want to give ASA Fashion Show a huge and hearty thank you for inviting Blue Jays and Poets onto their stage tonight. And secondly, we want to thank all of you for being here. This is our very first time performing at Fashion Show. And it is one of our performers' first time on stage performing poetry for an audience. Now, while we're the ones performing on stage, we also ask that you all be a part of the performance as well. So that means that because poetry is an interactive activity, which means the audience brings something to the table, we ask that you bring your energy the same way that we're bringing our energy. So as we perform tonight, we ask that you engage with the performances like this. If you hear a line that resonates with you, I want you to sound like you just tasted something absolutely delicious. Let me hear you say, mmm. Perfect. Okay, and if you hear a line that felt powerful or that you felt was extremely well written, I want to hear you give a few snaps. Let me hear a few snaps. Perfect, perfect. And finally, if you hear a line that's really stirring something up in your heart and soul, I just want to hear you shout something out. Go ahead, shout something out. So, don't be scared that you're going to interrupt us. We want to give you our energy, and all we ask is that you return that energy back to us. And with that, I am so pleased to introduce our very first performer of the night, Nana Osei. When asked for his bio, he wrote, "Hello, I am Nana, and I'm a junior majoring in biomedical engineering. I love the arts, both visual and performing, and I stumbled on poetry by chance. I started writing because someone asked me to do it, and it has been a blessing ever since." Please put your hands together for our first poet, Nana.
This is a poem on the power of justice, and I hope you really enjoy it. So, here goes. Hey, if you're here, then I'd love to borrow your ear, to feel heard, but more importantly, to feed your spirit. You ever wonder how justice is cold to those who find themselves at the end of it? I mean, it's just ice. Some would say it's just nice, but enough about the play on words. Surely you've thought about it. Those who find themselves at the end of it are just like Jermaine, a cold world, and they begin to live up their days as entitled wrongdoers. But just like nickels, quarters, and dimes, people can change. Just like nickels, quarters, and dimes, people can change. Let go of their ideas and learn anew, a different kind of foreign exchange. That's the power of justice. That's the power of justice. If done as Goldilocks would put it, just right, there will be so much reform and very little pain to bear. There will be so much love to pour to fill the ridge between us. But what is justice? I ask you, what is justice? Is it the many things in the room? No, those are just things. Is it the slick charms of mankind? No, that is just Riz. Is it the drink without the E? No, that's just is. Justice has no shape or form. In fact, it's the one thing that ensures love to be given to us all. To love our similarities, in fact, the similes, because we like as we go. No, we like as we grow together. And this is true justice. To conquer the divide between us. To conquer the divide between us. To be the line between two dots. Not to sit on the fence, but to find the ruby within us that we may bridge both sides. To marvel in our beauty as a collective. That we embrace the vision. A vision. One that shows how we can all connect with our minds. To love, to see, to understand, to communicate beautifully. If justice is the meal that brings reform, then know that lingering on its aftertaste brings defeat. And let's marinate on this. You see, justice only works when we're true to ourselves. When our culture is embraced and not tucked on a shelf. For before we uphold the truth, you must be true to yourself. So the question is, who are you truthfully? Who are you truthfully? That we to our own selves be true fully. The next poem is on the power of love. And I hope you enjoyed this one too. Long ago, when my youth was innocent, when my naivety was pure, not stained by darkness that comes as bias, rather illuminated by curiosity which conquered ignorance, my grandmother said to me, "You are African, and you are special indeed." I brushed it off seamlessly, for a part of history told me differently, that the shape that is me, the shape that is me, is a freak. That it clouds my judgment, that even bright ideas were blind to me. Oh, silly me, for I embraced that excerpt and made it life to me, and I demanded justice, for people had been robbed of a glorious story, had been trampled upon for resources only, had been muted that they lost their story. Who are they that talk ill of me? Who are they that thought ill of me? Ill of the land that made me, ill of the language that shaped my world, the food I ate, the clothes I wore. Who are they that saw my name? Who are they that saw a name like mine? They thought it so weird that it sent chills down their spine. And then it hit me. A spine. A spine. The backbone of my body has pieces. That which is unified, that I may know what peace is. In the same manner, focusing on one point of the story shatters the harmony. So what is the full picture? Well, it starts with you. It starts with me. To join arms, to be the spine of our community, to be like maize, corn, and rice, to be cereal, that we consistently kill the darkness within, to feed the oats as we stand, that we shake the earth. No, to be an earthquaker. But it starts on how we are together. In order to be seismic, we must be lovesick, mesmerized by each other's values for life that we can't even replace it. To change history is to welcome the tales that are yet to come. To change history is to welcome the tales that are yet to come. So it's high story as we live anew, holding each other accountable as we bloom. A life that's true, one that makes even lifesavers mush into goo. A life of the people in need, because we are in need, at least of a deep, nourishing conversation that will be triggering peace. Not the trigger we have as talking bullets that will be spewing peace, and have our intelligence recognize the groove within, the despicable me. No, the despicable we. Not the despicable weeds. Let's pluck those out. Let's pluck those out for their pickable traits that we may fulfill our spiritual needs. And in that moment, I heard my Nana say to me, we are people, and we are all special indeed. And now I'd like to introduce our second performers for the night, beginning with Victoria Olive. Victoria is a mentee of Ruby, an avid reader of Ovid, and a neuroscience major who loves systems, but not cells and systems. She will be performing a joint poem with Yasmin Bowden on the separation from our heritage and how to resist through building back those connections. This is Victoria's first poem, and I'm in front of an audience, so let's show some love to her. Performing with her, we have Yasmin Bowden, who is a 2023 Best of the Net Queer Poet, creative writing teacher, the co-founder of Blue Jays and Poets. And poetry is a part of their practice of care. And they'll be performing a poem with Victoria about the cultural creation stories and solidarity as love. And when they're not writing, they're singing Beyonce to their carnivorous plants, singing with the Johns Hopkins mellow notes. and cuddling with our friends. Victoria and Yasmin's poem tonight was written collaboratively with Morgan Brown, Toby Park, in addition to Yasmin and Victoria. So let's make some noise for all of them.
This is creation story. And in the beginning, God said, let me mold you a love worth preening. I'll leave grease in your plumes and holes in your bones, and you'll feel it like the weight of water breaking. Let me knit you an itch that you cannot touch. Something which is worth tearing for. Let me craft bodies that flake and nails for picking, and heartstrings that your peer review could never map. And let you cherish the organs that sing 1,000 dawns, now clouded by white light that sears the senses.
They will colonize our bodies, our dearest, most enduring houses of worship. He will snatch the quills from our hair, shave the rows of braids from our heads, and trample us beneath the feet of warmongers. Our creation stories gummed out of our tongues till they're rubbery and cold. You'll chew on the colonizers' commandments with mouths that lose their shapes, our many beginnings mashed into one piercing cathedral spire.
But in the beginning, God said, let there be light. Then why was our starry-eyed wonder siphoned from our skulls and peeled for the taking, just to sit in a graveyard of languages held from our ancestors? These they gave us to survive.
And yet many did not. Even today they give loose tongues for words untouched by their homes. To them the words scrape like glass. These words are soft as ink in my throat.
They demonized the tribal markings sprawled across our cheeks.
Yet took our names and streaked new ones onto our foreheads with water.
In the name of the Father, they named us disaster, stretched into a passage.
They read for centuries and collapsed for centuries into the belly of the too small hold of a book chapter.
In the name of the Son, they named us outrun and outsmarted, brokenhearted,
condemned to headstoneless mass graves in a bevy of blood quantum laws.
In the name of the Holy Spirit, they named our souls godless and ungovernable, and like the magic that we are,
we translated it into the Nahili anthem of unbought and unbossed.
In defiance, we say, in the beginnings, we were free and we knew it. In the beginnings, the three sisters and the Sirius star braided interdependence and polyculture into our hair. The sun was a grandfatherly trickster ancestor who never left us for long. The North Star dressed herself in our liberation.
In defiance, we say, in the beginnings, a man panged enough for God to preen from him a rib. Today he has a full set of bones, but the rib still remembers what it is to be missed. The rib still knows what it is to want. That rib was the first gardener, her body the trellis, and her mouth the scythe. And in the beginnings, the first Nahili grew wings. And like today's black women, learned to breathe underwater in bodies never meant to be chained down.
And in the beginnings, were we not divine? And are we not angels still? And when my skin itches,
is it not my afroed ancestors marking time in my bones? Waiting to strike, ready to ghost from my back and fly us into the new world?
And when my skin itches, isn't it remembering what it was to be Eve and crafted from yearning and desire? And when my skin itches, isn't it my body asking to hold another queer body against my own?
We arm ourselves with as much care as we can muster, our necks crooked for holding shoulders and love that they called unnatural. But how could we be? We were made to be queer, so melodic that the earth sings her song back to us. We twin with gay penguins and overstimulated cats, arms weaving mycelial networks and three sisters in the face of Big Brother.
In our new beginnings, unnamed by the human mouth,
we continue through every apocalypse. They say that the world is ending, but when your world has ended 100 times over,
you learn to be ready for the fire next time. You learn to be hopeful, standing in the backyard, bouqueted by gardening tools and the bass black parents be telling their kids to exercise from their voices,
curling and unruly.
Ruth to each other's Naomi, we trellis one another.
Now echoing with a stunning suffocation of love so heavy and gently green that it hangs with the Spanish moss overhead. You learn to be deadly and joyous.
As sovereign as the land-back batty javelinas and Kikian like water protector orcas. When they called us disaster, we took it to heart and let it pump through our systems.
When they called us cimarrones, We crafted a maroon blanket with stitches made from land and stories not our own, with needles of the bones who came before.
When they called us ungovernable, we drank it down like southern sweet tea and vowed to dance until the world ends.
When they called us a people without a history, we called ourselves the first historians. In defiance, we say that in every beginning, we, winged and tender, will be the end of that which ended us.
Thank you.
Thank you all for being such a lovely audience this evening. We hope to see you again in the spring for our inaugural stepping out onto the culture show stage, and we hope you enjoyed the poetry tonight. Thank you again to the fashion show team, particularly to Mari, Tinu, and Jotrina for making our guest appearance today possible.
But representing the East African side, we have an Ethiopian brand that goes by the name East Habesha. So a round of applause from them.
ሶዲያ ከተለያየን አንቺም ራስሽን እኔም ባልሆን ፍቅር ስሜቱ ያሳጣን ጸጸቱ ወዳጅ ስናይ በተስፋ ስታራቂስ ሲጠፋ ፍቅር ስሜቱ ያሳጣን ጸጸቱ ወዳጅ ስናይ በተስፋ ስታራቂስ ሲጠፋ ቢታይም አምሮ ከኛ አይደምቅም አዲስ ካለዋለን ወረት አይለየን ተይ ግድ የለም ከንቱ ሕይወት በማለማችን አምላክ አዝኖ ስለ ልባችን ቀን ዞሮ ላብሮነት ሲገደን ምናልባት ባይመጣስ በይቀር የሸኘነው ፍቅር እሺ ከዚያስ ከዚያ ሶሪያ እሺ ከዚያስ ከዚያ ሶሪያ እሺ ከዚያስ ከዚያ ሶሪያ እሺ ከዚያስ ሶሪያ እሺ ከዚያስ ከዚያ ሶሪያ እሺ ከዚያስ ከዚያ ሶሪያ እሺ ከዚያስ ከዚያ ሶሪያ እሺ ከዚያስ ሶሪያ ያለም ነገር ቢከፋን ቢለንም ግን እንደምን ጊዜ እስኪክሰው ቸኩሎ መታገስ ቢያንሰው ይጨክናል ሰው ሆን ፍቅር ስሜቱ ከሚያሳጣን ጸጸቱ ወዳጅ ስናይ በተስፋ ስታራቂስ ቢጠፋ ሆን ፍቅር ስሜቱ ከሚያሳጣን ጸጸቱ ወዳጅ ስናይ በተስፋ ስታራቂስ ቢጠፋ
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for these scholarship. So we actually have a special treat, as we do have a visiting organization here, all the way from Towson University. So make a round of applause, give it up for models of distinction.
I've been searching, man, hustle, man, I'm working, but I be ordinary person. Waiting, you see, I got the blessing. Oh, no, be starting. Savannah, long thing. No, they don't go greed, I won't for me. Oh, no, be starting. Savannah, long thing. No, they don't go greed, I won't for me. Say I don't come to gossip, composure. When a boy don't blow like explosion. Me I the ready, go roga. Let me the baby, go roga. Long to me, daddy one. Olu abana bandu, biggie one. Check and balance, and say fast and turn and then go balance. And then they all my name from here to Canada. Get them dirty with long, we bend like banana. We are big, I've been searching. Man, hustle, man, I'm working. But I be ordinary person. Waiting, you see, I got the blessing. Oh, no, be smarting. Savannah, long thing. No, they don't go greed, I want for me. Oh, no, be smarting. Savannah, long thing. No, they don't go greed, I want for me. Man, I get grimy, girl, I anytime me. Said I got the rhythm, make your shows headline me. People want sign me, no boy can't find me. Man, I bought man, FBI can't find me. More time, me look clean and shiny. Me forget the time, but me Rolex remind me. Real bad man, them come back that behind me. Focus on the matter, never back design me. To all my niggas and get we getting money, good, yeah, boy. The my niggas and getting money, good, yeah, boy. I've been looking, I've been searching. Man, hustle, man, I'm working. But I be ordinary person. Waiting, you see, I got the blessing. Oh, no, be smarting. Savannah, long thing. No, they don't go greed, I want for me. Oh, no, be smarting. Savannah, long thing. No, they don't go greed, I want for me. Check and balance and the silver start and then go banana. Then they all my name from here to Canada. Get them dirty with long, we bend like banana. Check and balance and say fast and then do balance. Then they all a man from here to Canada. Get them dirty with long we bend like banana. We are soon balance. Spell.
I'm feeling vibes on vibes. I'm a ticking dynamite. I blow your candle lights. You know I'm just that type. No, them nothing kill my vibe. Them nothing kill my vibe. Them nothing kill. Them nothing kill. Them nothing kill my wise man said, follow the stars. There you shall find a piece of advice. If you hit your enemies, enemies shine. You cannot depend on me, enter the light. Cause you can never kill my vibe. But there ain't no sacrifices. Everything was taken, still had to make it. Vibe killer, me I no go take shit. Vibe killer, let me somebody can. Don't take my energy from your father. Then my pastor say I be my healer, everything I desire. I go receive my rhythm, flow like a river. If you get sour, come on, pass you down. I go just para, come on, find jigger. I go just follow my dream. I'm feeling vibes on vibes. I'm a ticking dynamite. I blow your candle lights. You know I'm just that type. No, them nothing kill my vibe. Them nothing kill my vibe. You nothing kill. You nothing kill. You nothing kill my vibe. I see you watching my stories. I see you getting my lifestyle. I see you watching my movements. This bad bitch bad every day. I know they look at your face. Bad man bad every day. Get on your knees and pray. Feel it in your face.
All the way from Towson University. So, why are we still hands? So, Hopkins Fashion is a brand that loves to showcase Ghanaian culture. The designer is actually a personal friend of mine, Herbert Oban. So, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Hopkins Fashion. So as far as Johns Hopkins is concerned, this is the best dance team in the state. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to bring to the stage Tom's the Afri. Make some noise, ladies and gentlemen.
C'est qu'on est pas, c'est qu'à nous. C'est
One more.
Champagne, Bel-Air Rosé, left me, make I do my thing. You are not my mate, MC at the place. I can't complain. Zakatin, you dey go kitty, you dey go gaga. You dey hop everywhere, you dey blast kata. See your makeup, you dey carry shaka. I carry your outside very fair, any PK3. Chairman, Chorus, please. Stubborn Akada.
We ready for the next set of models, ladies and gentlemen? So next up we have YBI Fashion. They are specializing in flair and African prints as well. So I'd like to welcome them to the stage. Make some noise for YBI Fashion, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so next up, coming to the stage, we have the premier a cappella group here at Johns Hopkins University. Again, you guys know them, you love them. Make some noise one time for Melanotes, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, everyone. Hi. We are the Johns Hopkins Melanotes, the premier all-gender a cappella group dedicated to performing music of the African diaspora with an emphasis on R&B, hip-hop, and soul. Tonight, we will be performing a piece from our fall showcase titled Dubala. Dubala was written in the Kosa language in South Africa and depicts the story of a man as he attempts to shoo off a bird. This story serves as a metaphor for Africans in their attempt to shoo off white colonialists from the continent. We hope you enjoy it, and if you do, please feel free to join us at our concert tomorrow evening, 6:00 p.m. at Bloomberg. Thank you.
Dubala
ready for the next walk, ladies and gentlemen? You ready for the next model set? All right. So ladies and gentlemen, we have yet another local brand of flair, style, and fashion. Give it up for Sarah Wura, ladies and gentlemen.
London. Another banga. On your way to the water, bring what you make out of come here. I know you sing young me. I get the money pass your papa. Wait till you want where I know feel do for you. Why you want the booze and one? Share you be kiss and any. You better drop your body and move sucker. Suffer with this body. Make you run, I'm on a low key. Baby, you know me. They get us to go move where you know go. Breathe. Come make a drive your come make a drive this so shallow. Baby, allow me. Tip you off with the allow. See body, oh. See your papa, wait till you want where I know feel do for you. Why you want the book and one? Share you be kiss and any. You better drop your body and know. You to the phone with this love of a thing, baby. Let me. I get the bounce for you. You want to do like say night I know the end. You do this still they do like say your waist know the end. You know the and then when you follow my command, baby do like a baby front and back. Suffer with this body, make me run, I'm on a low key. Baby, you know me. They get us to go move where you know go. Breathe. Come make a drive your come make a drive this so shallow. Baby, allow me. Take you off with the allow. On your way to the water. Green body make a rock down there. I know you seen your knee. I get the money pass your papa. Wait till you want where I know feel do for you. Why you want the booze and one? Share you be kiss and any. You better drop your body and no sucker. Suffer with this body. Make me run, I'm on a low key. Baby, you know me. They get us to go move where you know go. Breathe. Come make a drive your come make a drive this so shallow. Follow your lead, you be leader. Many kill it, that is something we can but you only speak out. You be ginger. Follow your lead, you be leader. Many kill it, that is something we can but you only speak out. Make a put up for your body, baby. No be poison. Anytime when you call, baby. Could you call, do not rap you like for your body, baby. No be poison. Anytime when you call, baby. Could you call, do not rap you like tell me to Gaza, we day on deck, with the fresh, I be content, anywhere we are jack, keep it 100, I want about really see me when you come back, no. Judge to nobody but a malaco. Fish plenty for ocean. I catch some be like Morocco. I go, do you get down now, up. Can't you see what you carry, baby, push it up. Do you come, you want sugar, I go rock with me. I go keep it rocky giddy, I go keep your company. Catch a little one in the sun, you come myself for me. No, you want me to give you ratata when you trouble me. Why you today trouble me? You know, see me and you know my nobody feel couple me. Good ratata, baby, come to me. I'm a tough I'm a pop. All of my shit come on me. Ginger, you be ginger. Go follow your lead, you be leader. Anything little is something you pay. Ginger, but you always speak out. Ginger, you be
you ginger, ginger. Really, to be little. Any kill it, that is something we pay down. But you always be. Make a put up for your body, baby. No be poison. Anytime when you call, baby. Could you call, be like happy like. For your body, baby. No be poison. Anytime when you call, baby. Could you call, be like happy like.
So just a little bit more about the brand. Shawara's designer is actually a self-taught designer. I believe she's here tonight. Is Abinah here? Round of applause for her. As you can see by her outfit here tonight, the goal of the brand is actually to reflect the free-spirited nature of Abena Style herself. So round of applause for her. So you can keep up with the brand on Instagram at SERWAURA.
Sugar cane sweet, but your love is sweeter. Sobolo juice mixed with a little ginger. Oh girl, I wanna be with you, but you know they got enough time for me. I wanna live with you. I got the reason why I can't let go. Girl, you never know, so you come gas up. Man, I'm so far to find your love. Girl, you never know, so you come gas up. Man, I'm so far to find your love. Girl, you never know, so you come gas up. Man, so far to find your love. Girl, you never know, so you come gas up. Man, so far to find your love. But you're your king, now I'm your dog. I mean, like a TV, they love long, yo. But you know, say, all of my niggas, them born. Nothing you go ever need at all. But you're your king, now I'm your dog. Taking it a break, I get me another rush. Baby, if you want me, catch a rubber, let me say, what on me. Show me a jigger, let me see. Let me see, and let me see the woman that is with you. Put a couple $1,000 on your wrist. Mama, they can't touch you. I ain't never seen this kind, baby. You do some kind things, make me feel some kind way. You know I'm not just tryna get laid, 'cause I know some kind chicks do it for the right pay. Baby, make a fire you with my machine guns. 16 rounds, I be King Kong. Yeah, you make a sample you my brand new song. Love and love. Oh, girl, I wanna be with you, but you know they got enough time for me. I wanna live with you. I can't see reason why I can't let go. Girl, you never know, so you come back up. Man, them so far to find your love. Girl, you never know, so you come back up. Man, them so far to find your love. Girl, you never know, so you come back up. Man, them so far to find your love. Girl, you never know, so you come back up. Man, them so far to find your love. Señorita, mamacita, body bad and the craze for your features. Nice to meet you, bring me secret. Only wanna deceive on my future. I wanna teach your body a thing or two. If you know the things we do, this love will not be just
Also, ladies and gentlemen, in the spirit of appreciation for all their hard work, for everything they put on for you guys tonight, I welcome our fashion show committee.
Commando, we don't land.
ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for our fashion show committee. Show them love for all the hard work that they put into making this event possible. Alright, so this next walk I feel like is going to deserve all participation and showing of appreciation. Ladies and gentlemen, one thing I see consistently across the ASA e-boards in the state of Maryland is that they are all being led and run by women. Okay? A round of applause for Black women in business. So one thing that I've noticed here at Johns Hopkins University is that they have one of the most efficient, one of the most hardworking and consistent ASA e-boards here. So it's about that time we show them love. You guys ready? Yeah! Start making noise right now. Start making noise right now. Okay. So first and foremost, I would like to introduce our freshman reps. A round of applause for them, ladies and gentlemen.
When the bed to the enter body, all the girl them go shake their body, they go shake their body. Oluwa bona mo gbona belly, mo gbona belly. You know the money you take up police, me I dey love you, Johnny.
Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be having our secretary and alumni membership and retention chair as well. A round of applause for them.
They call me bird, platinums. Now you they make me sit down to sing this song. La 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 la, you come to make me feel like I do you wrong. Jaga jaga, if you want time, I go give you more. Jaga jaga, today you go give me love. Sawa sawa, let's see if you walk on my place, now my dude. Wanna paka, wanna need a answer. When a boy just think you say, wanna paka, wanna need a answer. Let's see if you walk on my place, now my dude. Wanna paka, wanna need a answer.
Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be having our research chair and our head of diversity and collaboration. A round of applause for them. They did not come to play, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, we have our tech master. A round of applause.
God bless me, mercy. Ladies have the style of it. You love the way you show me. Private Nigerian party. Because they save themselves, you see. No one make me do like this. Girl, I got you, no worries, no worries. We did do me wow, scatter my intana, baby on side, give me kitana, check all of these out.
Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be having our events chair. Round of applause for our events chair, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't care what you say.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, next up, we have our vice president, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that song. It's that song. It's that song. It's that song. Start making noise right now. Start making noise right now. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Madam President!
Sorry, I'll put up my notes. It's been a long 3 months. But good evening, all of y'all. Thank you so much for coming out to our 7th annual fashion show, Dusk to Dawn. Did y'all enjoy the show? For the past 3 months, our models, mind you, our student volunteer models, we're not a team, they've been dedicating their Saturday mornings, 10 to like 12 p.m. every day, just to perform the show for y'all. So if we give them a round of applause. It's truly amazing and a blessing to be able to come together to raise money for such an important cause, the United to Beat Malaria Fund. Malaria is something that affects our continent of Africa severely. And it's like, just come together to raise money for it is so amazing. Thank you guys again, just for buying tickets and supporting us. So give yourselves a round of applause. Through this amazing show, we're able to support so many local businesses such as CHD Media, based in Baltimore themselves. 4 D&B based designers. So thank you guys again for coming out for us. Big shout out to CDI, the SGA, and the Johns Hopkins Alumni Association for funding this. Thank you guys so much again. This wouldn't be possible without you guys. I don't know. I just really love this e-board. I really love the ASA. It's been my home since 3 years ago when I got on Hopkins campus. I'm currently a junior, and I don't know what I would be without the ASA. So I want to thank you guys, my e-board, for just being there with the flag, happy, and everything. Thank you for working so hard for this show. This is not possible without you guys as well. But just thank you guys so much for coming out. I really appreciate it. I hope everybody gets home safely. And thank y'all again. I work hard.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Tina, Vice President of the African. Because of your generosity and kindness, we were able to raise over $2,000 for the United States Malaria Fund. That is a lot of malaria net and a lot of education about the dangers of malaria. So thank you so much, and have a great night.
Johns Hopkins on the mat. What? Okay. All right. Good night, y'all. Bye. Thank you for finals.
That's if y'all don't cast. Only with them beating loose gun. Envelope don't go and the phone don't last. Everybody must chop breakfast to collect money, must chop pay back. I got no money, I'm so many red, I got face and back. Come on, body for Charlie Puppy,
Oh, it was amazing. All the outfits and the people's personalities, it was nice.
I thought the show was amazing. The show was really nice. Everyone looked really pretty. All the designs were great. Shout out to the president.
I thought the show was really good. I really liked it. My friend was in it. She did an amazing job. It was really well organized. Great job. I loved the show. I thought the energy was so high. I loved everything. And it was so exciting to see all the different models.
Honestly, the best show ever. I loved it so much.
Depend on